Welcome in everybody to TB Sports 27 and a return to the court here for Coach Shaq. Coach Shaquille O'Neal, you can see the record. Coach of Southern Miss had a rough go of it in non-conference play, but we are officially stepping into Conference USA play right now and an opportunity to build some wins, possibly make a run in the Conference USA tournament. I think we can safely say at this stage, kind of what we've done against the big teams, and we definitely did settle down a little bit towards some of those last couple of games where, yeah, we came up with some losses. They're not going to show us the score here. Came up with some losses, but all right, it's at the top of the screen. It's right there at the top of the screen. I mean, 60-47, we were in the game there. Not in the game with that one. We're not going to look at that, but the Alabama... No. Okay. I guess Florida State, we really kept it the most close. That was a rough one. That was not a good one. But we kept it close with Florida State and definitely have had some rough games. But we're going to jump into conference play here and see what this team can do. And let's see if we can't pick up some wins and maybe focus on winning a Conference USA championship and maybe picking up a win or two in March Madness. We'll see how that turns out.
Southern Miss Golden Eagles go up against the Southern Methodist Mustangs.
We're at Moody Coliseum. Definitely a winnable game here. Coming in this one with just 6 wins for SMU. I say just 6 wins, only 2 wins here for the Southern Miss Golden Eagles. So either way, we're going to try to get some W's here. Look, let's jump into this one. Let's not waste any more time. Coach Shaq, conference play. There's a look at your starters. Where's Boxler, Skikes, and hopefully we still remember the controls here because it's been a little while. We've been playing obviously a lot of arena football lately, but pretty much we've wrapped up most of our series, and we're down to this one here with Coach Shaq.
Good job closing on the shooter.
Woo, that was very nice. We're down to this one here with Coach Shaq that is ongoing, and the RXFL and Tom Brady baseball. Everything else is in between off seasons right now, which is pretty good business here.
Dishes it to the left.
Hampton, just got denied. Let's go. Southern Miss, can we get the fast break? No, they're going to close that one down. One thing that kind of has worked to our advantage in the last couple of games where we were able to at least keep the score close is a lot more just kind of, might not be the most exciting basketball, but this kind of thing. Ball control, finding an open shot, and working out the success here to begin this one on the road. And a rare road game for our Southern Miss Golden Eagles because it's been pretty often this season that we had been playing at home. Not only that, hosting some big teams at home too. Like we had Auburn and Alabama coming in to our house. So time to see the Golden Eagles on the road in the first points of the game for the Mustangs of SMU.
And it's a 2-point game. Raises up.
Nice rebound here. Styles tried to take a shot deep. Obviously from 3-point land. I don't know why we got Boxler outside the 3-point line.
Fanning bounces it to the top of the key. Outside. Dumps it to the paint. Stikes unloads from 10.
Could not get that one to fall.
That could be a lift for the defense. When you stop a scorer like him inside, it's always
Chapman outside. Turnover. Let's see. They're going to give it back to the Mustangs on that turnover there. We got some substitutions coming in. Fisher, Butler stepping in for the Southern Miss Golden Eagles. Nice job on the turnover. And we just whiffed on what would have been a golden slam dunk opportunity. Are you kidding me right now? Come on. Oh my God, okay. Mance just walks right in, and we're tied 4-4.
How about that, taking on the big fella and winning the battle?
Styles, no one really on him, takes a 3, misses though. We're getting some good rebound. We're playing nice defensively here. I'll give credit to our guys on that one. Inside, and you know that Coach Shaquille O'Neal, that's something he works on in practice all the time. How about that? You know, we've been talking about is Coach Shaq with this Southern Miss squad. Any buyer's remorse, you just saw him right there. Bottom left of your screen kind of pacing a little bit as a beautiful three-point shot drained by Gildens. Coach Shaq, you know, he had a couple different offers. Arkansas State was one of them. Of course, Loyola Marymount out of Los Angeles, which I think a lot of people were expecting because Shaq, of course, had such a run in the LA area with the Lakers that people thought that that would be a natural fit. But I think also people forget that from this area as well, like not necessarily Mississippi, but Shaq, of course, went to college in Louisiana and played a majority of his basketball in Orlando and Miami. So this kind of southern area, Southern Miss, would maybe make sense to a Shaquille O'Neal versus a Los Angeles. And, you know, obviously looking at the numbers as well. It was Lipscomb, I think, was one of the other teams that offered a contract. So 9-6 Southern Miss trailing SMU here by 3.
Has it outright. Fisher releases.
Fisher.
Nails the jump shot.
They're going to apply some pressure here, and with full court, man-to-man.
Man's top of the key here. I like this court for Southern Miss. I like the red. I like the red key. I like the red inside the three-point. That one missed, and good job again by this Southern Miss defense, which has been pretty good this game. And we're really hitting a lot of our shots here. 2-7 Southern Miss, but maybe conference play is just what we need to cook up here. 7:50 to play. Almost said 7.5. Giddens.
Dishes to the perimeter.
Mance trying to work his way in. Zimmerman outside. Is that going to be 3? I think they marked him 2. I didn't. They had 9, right? So, yep, foot was on the line. We get a timeout here. Tight contest, 11-7. Golden Eagles and Mustangs.
And it's a one-point game.
What you guys up to this weekend? Hope you guys are having a good weekend. Just a couple of more streams left on TV Sports 27. I'm going to be off for a couple of weeks. You guys know I'm going out of town. Big trip coming up. That was not who I thought that was going to be our three-point man. And they swapped positions, and I did not realize that. I thought that was going to be Butler, because that's who Butler was standing there. They somehow swapped at some point, so that's yeah, I don't like that. This is what I wanted. They're leaving Butler open. Can't get it to fall. That would have tied it up. Gideon. Oh, what a block. Man, good block, but we got to get possession of those. Man's coming in. And good for 2.
Terrific job to get that one down with the kiss.
Butler, now we've been doing good. We don't want to start just jacking up threes, although that obviously would get us back into the game here. And that's going to be turned over. So sloppy play now starting to build up for the Golden Eagles as SMU will pull out to a 7-point lead. You know, you head to the bench, get some of your bench players in, and
isn't pleased with the scoring drought. He's put it on his coaches to come up with a plan to turn it around.
Bit of a dangerous pass right there. Somehow was able to get that to go. Butler. Man, Butler's been off right now. That's really killing us. He's supposed to be, especially a guy that can shoot from three-point range. Oh, that hurts. Well, there's your 10-point lead. So this is going to be our series where we struggle just a little bit here. You know, we went from a 16-0 team winning national titles, Super Bowls, and here we got a 2-7 squad right now with Coach Shaq and the Golden Eagles of Southern Miss. What do you guys think of Coach Shaq's basketball coaching career so far? Nope. It's going to be no good. Yeah, oh, almost turned over.
Shots in a row now, and it's unavoidable that it's going to start affecting his confidence.
That last layup was missed by Giddens.
Went for the kiss, and it just
Dorkenkamp. Is that how you say his name? From 3 points?
the rebound.
Nice rebound. Too many, I mean, you know, the big men, of course, Shaq's gonna like the big men, but they don't really shoot unless they can get under the hoop here.
Fanning dishes to the left wing.
And these guys are staying pretty far back.
High post. Dumps it to the middle. Fisher puts it
Oh my gosh, see, the shooting is terrible.
10-point game.
Southern Miss has gone cold after a pretty decent start to the game here.
Chapman.
Inside to Chapman. Nope, no good.
Just over 4 minutes left in the half.
We try to get that 3 back.
4-3.
Oh,
Missed by
Butler.
They gotta find a way to stop this onslaught.
Well, the
Yeah,
best
rhythm. We
defense
have gone out of
is
rhythm
offense,
right
and
now.
they don't seem to have
Mance for 3. Oh, that's just... yeah. Coach Shaq's going to call a timeout here. We'll try to regroup.
Are going to shake things up.
We're going to get our main guys back in, see if we can make a run on the other side. But how rough did that turn out? Conference play we have entered into. Oh, my God. I don't know how coach firing works. I mean, we're doing, I guess, the mode where we can kind of pick any team.
The Mustangs.
So I think someone said in the comments they don't have coach firing on. I don't know how it works if you get a new job or if you're kind of stuck with this team forever. Maybe we just make the decision to fire ourselves if we feel like it's not going well.
Takes the shot.
There we go. That stops the hurting. Finally, Waters for 2 is going to at least, you know, it kind of stops the hurt a little bit. It's not great. It's still not great, but it's going to stop the hurt here. Manser, the old Manser. Chapman.
Eccles backs in.
Man, that was just, that's just pushing your way right to the hoop. Come on.
and he showed it right there.
And he was swarmed. He was swarmed by Golden Eagles, too. That was the thing. That was the crazy thing. Now, how do I get in position where I can kind of do what he just did? Waters for 3. Like, they put their back to my guys and then kind of spun in and took a shot, but I feel like I can't do that. There we go. Nice turnover.
You could see that one coming before he released it. High post. Fanning.
Oh, are you kidding me right now?
What a rejection. Swatted at him quicker than
Why are we not dunking?
the highlight reel.
That's embarrassing because that's what I wanted to do. And then they go and do what I wanted to do. So Southern Miss on their home court. Coach Shaq
Tipped away.
bobbled by Styles, going the other way with Southern Miss.
Take it up court. They're on a 17-2
28-12. Timeout called. Getting out of hand, so conference play is not helping things at all for Coach Shaq in this one. 28-12 your score.
Southern Miss has not been able to shut down the inside game at all. Bonnie is by their bench with a report.
The head coach was yelling onto the court.
Oh, passes can't even go. I'm having flashbacks to the McNeese game again. At least Southern Miss,
All right, Bonnie.
or SMU rather. I mean, we got a couple of SMUs, right? Southern Miss, Southern Methodist,
Beats it.
USM.
Top of the key. Carlson passes to the right side.
These guys can't shoot. Like, what? These guys cannot shoot on Southern Miss. How did this team win like 20 games in real life in 07?
Gets it on the perimeter. Releases. Nice job on the assist by Eccles.
Man, I don't know what kind of recruiting we can do, but I hope in recruiting going into next year we can do something, because it's like we have no shooters on this team.
Right wing.
Like, Skaggs can't shoot at all.
Puts it up. He's
Got
fine.
hit,
14
and no good.
The Mustangs.
12 first half points on the road here. Another disaster for Coach Shaq.
Ryan swings it to the perimeter.
Double team here. Kelly just
Perimeter.
bouncing around, winding time.
The shot clock's winding down.
4 seconds.
Ryan raises up. Misses the
Whew.
tray.
All right, we can play for the final shot. which would make it a 15-point game if we hit a 3. Obviously, 2-point game if we just get the normal bucket here. Okay, well, I'll take that. It was, you know, the first half to be expected. I guess, I don't know, maybe not to be expected. This is kind of what we've done all season long. 30-14 for the Southern Miss. Golden Eagles, we got some work to do here. While you're looking at the Blue Chew player of the half, quick reminder for you guys who want to support the channel. Follow along on Twitch. We stream everything live on Twitch. Put it up on YouTube. Of course, we tweet out on Twitter. And you can support the channel Patreon, Streamlabs, Ko-fi. We just uploaded for our Patreon supporters. Look at that, 0 for 7 from three-point range. For our Patreon supporters at any level, we did an Arena Bowl watch party the other day, yesterday, in fact, between Dallas and Nashville to kind of cap off our arena football season. That is not going to be uploaded to YouTube. That is going to be up on our Patreon page. So if you want to kind of hang out with us, do a little watch party action. Do a little watch party action, chill out, watch some Arena Bowl, have some good conversation with a couple of our Twitch members. You guys can do that over on our Patreon page. So don't forget to sign up. We appreciate it. Of course, we got our, big Patreon members. We got Damon. Actually, I got to fix Damon. I had a misspelling, I realized. Damon reached out to me, and I'm ashamed to say that I had the name spelled wrong. So I'll try to fix that. On the next time out, I'll try to fix that real quick. I got one extra letter in there, but Damon K. Duckman, of course, Dan the Legend 13. He's a regular popper in here on Twitch. So any kind of adjustments we'll see Coach Shaq may or may not have made. You guys can make the call too. Maybe you guys can be my front office depending on how the season finishes. If we finish with a really, really bad record, like I was expecting at least, we can make March Madness or something, but you guys make the call. Do we get fired? Does Shaq leave after 1 year? Do we bounce to someone else? Gideons. Oh, come on. Defense, we were playing good in the first half and just not picking up any big rebounds or anything down the stretch here.
The Golden Eagles have got a lot of ground to make up. Stikes lets it go.
I wish they would. I don't know how to make them drive to the basket. I don't want them to be doing shots like that. I mean, that one worked. But drive to the, like that. I don't know how to do it in this game. I push the joystick forward, but they don't drive. Is there like a controller crossover pass? Aggressive? Maybe I had to hold down like R, the right trigger? Maybe that's the way to go.
Right around 10 minutes left in the second.
Yeah, maybe doing the R trigger. Let's see. See if we get a good opening here. Now I just got pushed right back.
Reels it in.
Oh, come on. You're right there. You're the big man under the basket and you can't put the ball. Are you freaking kidding me? Oh, man. This might get, this is like my Miami Marlins team. This is going to be some bad. We'll see. This could be bad viewership for the channel. I don't know. Do fans like seeing kind of you got to kind of work your way up from the ground up or not? I don't know. This, yeah. I'm going to try to fix this spelling real quick for Damon. D-A-M. Oh, no, it is spelled right. I thought it was Damon that reached out. Damon 05 died. Yeah, I don't know then. I thought it was Damon that reached out. Maybe it was someone else, but all spelling's correct. Never mind. I'm all correct here. But 22-point lead in conference play. I mean, do we need to bump the difficulty down? I'm not one to mess with the difficulty, but we are, I mean, just getting rocked in every game, and we are at least like even ratings. I feel like it shouldn't be this bad of a blowout, but we are. Did we look at this before? Or do we have to do this like outside? So we're on all conference, which is the middle. Do we drop down one game difficulty for that? at all? Let me know. Maybe we do this set of games. We're going to play like 3 or 4 games here today. And if they're all blowouts, maybe we consider dropping down a level in difficulty. And just to make it competitive, like I don't want to start just blowing out teams, but you guys don't want to watch 25-point blowouts every time, do you? Just by the rating, I mean, we should be evenly matched, so I would get losing, but I feel like we shouldn't be. I don't know. You guys let me know. Or, like I said, do we finish out the year, and then depending on how it goes next season, maybe we drop the sliders down to another level for my sake and for your sake.
8.5 minutes left in the second half.
I make no secret, basketball is definitely not my game. I mean, football is more so what I play. Like, I feel like that should be good. And I was waiting for that to bounce out, but it was good. I've contemplated, I want to hear from you guys as well, NBA. I've mentioned before wanting to kind of try to finish off our NBA playgrounds, maybe do like a shortened season to at least give you guys an ending to that. I know I've talked about how viewership on that was awful. I do have NBA 2K6, which is an Xbox game. I have NBA 2K11, which is the one that had a young Michael Jordan in it. Come on. Gotta get that point. And I have NBA 2K15. I also have NBA 2K22 on the Switch, but it does not look as good. There's a lot of clipping issues, and it's like the game visually looks good, but there's so many like clipping issues where it's really kind of visually terrible as far as like wanting to stream. So as far as like playing an old 2K game, is that something you guys would like to see as far as basketball goes? So let me know. Like that should have been, he should have drained that. No one was on him. Perfect shot. But yeah, let me know in the comments if you guys want to see me play, because I'm starting to see, I've mentioned before, that the older games are really getting a lot of play on YouTube as far as like viewership is going. A lot of, especially, you know, even on Twitch, Arena Football had a lot of people. You know, I say that when I'm playing this game from 07. I haven't had anyone pop in yet, but Arena Football definitely did really good as far as Twitch viewership goes, and I'll see how that gets viewership when that gets uploaded onto YouTube. But ESPN NFL 2K5 doing really good viewership, and we want to do a second season of that. We need 9 more Patreon subscribers, and we will do a second season of ESPN NFL 2K5 and maybe beyond. So if that's something you guys want to see, consider signing up, becoming a Patreon supporter, patreon.com/TBSports27. But as far as a basketball series goes, got those older games, the 2K6 on Xbox, 2K11, 2K15 on the 360. Or I can play one of the newer 2Ks. I'd have to wait for the price to go down. I'm not paying full price for a 2K game these days.
14 feet out.
Man, this is like,
About 5.5 minutes left in the second
I mean, 46 on the other side is not completely out of the way, but the fact that we can't score more than 24 points. I mean, the Florida State game, we did well. We were close.
We need some excitement to get this crowd going.
Even the announcers are saying there's no excitement in this game.
Tosses it up.
Oh my God. I don't know what we got to do. Team can't shoot. 50 to 24. I don't know. I think I'm considering bumping. Let's just do it for the last 5 minutes. We can do it here. Let's just see what happens. Because we're just getting blown out in every game. That's not fun for you guys to watch. I want to at least be competitive, you know. So we're going to bump it down to starter and just see what happens. With 5 minutes, let's see what happens. We have, what would arcade be? Oh, that would be fatigue, injuries, all that being off. No, we still want that. Well, that messed with my game speed. Maybe game speed should be turned down. I don't know. Player speed, free throw difficulty. Yeah, whatever. Okay. Resume.
The Golden Eagles have got a lot of
So
ground
we
to make up.
bumped it down, at least for this 5 minutes, and let's see if we can at least shoot. Because we shouldn't be this bad at shooting. Man, this does feel a lot slower. Is this better? Should we be...
Poked away.
Well, still not any better. Maybe the players were too fast. Maybe that was the problem.
Pulls the trigger.
Well, we
Can't
still
put it in
can't
the
shoot.
scoring. SMU is showing us a little bit of a different.
I'm open to hearing.
And Bonnie Bernstein has a report
Is
on
this
just
better? Better
The
game
Mustangs
speed? Is this
huddled
more
together on their
realistic?
bench just now, Vern. They were talking in the huddle
There's
about
Butler.
how they were rushing their shots and trying to get into a
There
trap.
we go.
Coach told the guys, work the ball around and use the shot clock. So look for them to slow things down a bit, Vern.
Ryan at the top.
Outside.
And we can say maybe Coach Shaq finally threw them the gauntlet, switching to starter difficulty. There's going to be a rare foul. I have fouls turned down in this game, and that's one of my big complaints about basketball. There's way too many fouls called in basketball, college and NBA.
Knocks down the first one. He gets them both.
I'd like to see basketball figure out a way to make free throws go a little quicker as well. That's a very long process.
Carlson dumps it inside. Nice dish. by
Okay,
Carlson.
this feels better. I don't know, maybe this is a better difficulty. This feels more realistic. Because I just felt like I was missing wide open shots before.
Inbounds the ball. The
And it could be, I don't know, it could be my skill set, but this might be more competitive, and it's going to be more fun for you guys. Now, if I start blowing teams out, then we might have to try to figure out a middle ground, but this might be a little better for you guys. Make the games a little more interesting.
Exactly the case there.
Styles.
Lead pass outside.
At least we got a little bit of room, too. It felt like before we were just getting swarmed. I feel like we got a little bit of room to work with.
Nails it from the
Yeah, this feels much better. Okay, I think I like starter. Easier difficulty, but I own up to it. Whatever. I sucked at the other one. It wasn't fun for you guys to watch. We should be more competitive in conference play.
Swings it to the perimeter.
Chapman, and they're still playing well too. I mean, look at that. It's not like, we're just doing better shooting, but they're doing good as well. Maybe we can ramp it up a little bit. We gotta try to get some points. Can we get back into this? Butler.
Butler fires. The three will
Okay,
fall.
kind of jacked that one up, but we were feeling confident. Chapman.
Pretty open look, so it's tough to
They
foul.
call it a blocking instead of a charge. Come on. I don't like that.
He makes the first. The Golden Eagles.
We got Boxler and Skikes coming in from the bench. The big guys. Two big guys coming in. I don't know about this strategy, and I'm kind of letting the game dictate that a little bit. But I'm not sure
The Golden Eagles.
the strategy here of that. We have two guys that can't really shoot, but again, Shaq, he's going to be the big man. He wants to see the big men in there.
Feeds it to the corner. Boxler gets it left side. Lets it go.
Come
Strikes,
on.
grabs the
See?
rebound.
Two big guys that both struggled.
The Golden
I want to
Eagles
note, too, one thing that's kind of unfortunate about games these days, that a lot of the older games just do so much better, is you're looking at a 6-win team, not a lot of people in the crowd, which is really realistic. And I've mentioned that, we got the new college football game coming out soon. At the time that you might be watching this on YouTube, that game may already be out, but at the time that we are streaming this on Twitch, we are still many, many months away from the college football game coming out. And I've kind of debated if, there's a part of me that does want to get it. It's been how many years since we've had a college football game and play it on the channel, but newer games don't do good viewership. And there's a part of me that kind of wants to go and play NCAA 08 again, and there was just something about that game. I haven't played it in a very, very, very long time, but they also had the crowds where if you were a low-ranked team, you wouldn't have crowds, where NCAA 14, no matter what game you play, it's always a sellout. Like if you're playing Akron against Eastern Michigan, it's a 50,000 person sellout if you play Georgia against Florida. In Jacksonville, it's a sellout, you know what I mean?
Styles dishes it to the high post.
So I kind of like how they did it back then. You've heard different stuff, you know, how much of it's true where they say NFL or NCAA, or they kind of put the kibosh and said, no, we don't want our stadiums to look empty, but, you know, if that's the case, that's silly. This is way more realistic. I know it's Coach Shaq as well, and obviously the game doesn't know it's Shaquille O'Neal, but you got a 2-win team playing a 6-win team. Of course, this is what the attendance is going to be like. Got the student section, though, rocking. Look at that. So even with bumping the difficulty down, it's still, like, we didn't really dig back into this one. So I think that's a fair setting to stay at just here going forward. I think that's what we're going to do for the rest of this. Now, as we get into conference play, we're not too far away from the end in which we would drive. Someone tell me to drive in this game. It's hard to look up stuff from a, you know, older game. By the way, I am on call. This is my on-call week at work, so if the phone rings, I will have to pause this. Now, for YouTube, I'll just pause the episode and edit it out, which I tend to do. For those watching on Twitch, you'll just have to bear through the the pause screen. We do edit a lot of stuff before it goes up on YouTube, so if you want to see the full unedited content as we stream it live with you guys, you can do that by either joining us live on Twitch or signing up at our Patreon page, and all the full unedited Twitch stream with the unedited content that doesn't make it onto YouTube will be on that stream. So final seconds are going to tick off the clock here, and SMU is going to embarrass Southern Miss. So Coach Shaq is going to drop to 2-8 here, and back to the drawing board, try to figure out here. So we're going to let Mr. Gumbel take over, and we're going to jump back in next time on TV Sports 27 for the follow-up game. The, what, UAB or something? We're playing something else in Conference USA. So let Mr. Gumbel take it away, and we'll see you guys next time on TV Sports for the next game.
This dunk will definitely wind up on the team's highlight reel.
Thank you, Greg. This is Vern Lundquist for Bonnie Bernstein and Bill Raftery. We hope you enjoyed this presentation of College Hoops on 2K Sports.